Hi, my name is Charles Baird, President and CEO of National Pour-Out Sales. Welcome to our informational videos. These videos are not meant to be an advertisement for our company. They are meant to answer as concisely as possible the questions most frequently asked by our clients. While the information contained in these videos does answer a great many questions, there are some questions where more in-depth answers are necessary and recommended. The information contained in these videos should give you a firmer foundation relative to making a decision to enter or not enter the swimming pool service industry. If there are questions where you would like a more in-depth answer, you are always welcome to call one of our offices and speak with any of our pool route specialists. They will be more than happy to educate you on our industry and the opportunities available. I've been involved in the sales and consulting aspect of the pool service industry for nearly 40 years. With the knowledge gained during this time, it is our goal to provide for our clients the most comprehensive sales and training program possible to augment the training offered by any seller when purchasing a pool service company. Watch our videos, surf our site, compare our services to others in our industry. I believe you will find that our commitment to your success is unmatched by anyone. The information contained in this video is general in nature, and you cannot base your entry into the pool service and repair industry solely on the answers to the following questions. You are advised to seek the proper guidance when deciding to invest any funds in a business or business opportunity. To begin getting answers to commonly asked questions, simply click on the icon to my left. Hi, my name is Charles Baird, President and CEO of National Pour-Out Sales. Let's get to our first question. What services does a pool company provide? The typical services you would provide as a pool professional would be keeping the pool clean and sanitized, keeping the equipment running by performing minor preventative maintenance, replacing worn-out equipment, and selling parts and equipment to service customers. The typical pool service program is very easy to learn. This is not a complicated industry. What are the typical business hours for a pool company? Business hours are pretty much at your discretion. Most pool technicians operate somewhere between the hours of 7 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, depending on the number of pools serviced. However, most pool technicians work short hours and only a few days per week. You have the opportunity to make your own hours and earn the income you wish to earn. The hours you work and the income you realize is entirely up to you. There is also ample time available for holidays and vacations, but the customers must be notified when services will not be performed. The customers must always be notified when services will not be performed, regardless of the reason. Can my company be a home-based business? It is a home-based business for most pool companies. However, you may find an industrial park location invaluable when you reach a certain size where operating from home becomes a hindrance. When you have several employees, you may want to start thinking about an outside location. If you follow the most profitable format for our industry, you will not own service vehicles. Therefore, you will not be responsible for parking the vehicles in the evening. This one simple rule helps to eliminate the need for a location outside the home. However, as you build your business, whether you own the vehicles or not, you will eventually need an outside facility. Where are the wholesalers located? Most pool service companies purchase from local wholesalers or local suppliers. Many suppliers deliver daily, or you can visit their location for products. There are usually multiple suppliers from which to choose. The individual selling or transferring the accounts will provide all supplier information, and in most cases will make a personal introduction to their current wholesaler. Is there a long learning curve in the industry? I would say the learning curve is different for everyone depending on aspirations. If your goal is to service and provide minor maintenance for your customers, which is the most prevalent job description for pool service professionals, then the learning curve is very small. You can learn to service a pool on the very first day. Entering into the specialties of pool remodeling, solar installation, or pool construction takes more training and there is a longer learning curve. Nothing in our industry is all that difficult, but some segments of the industry take a little longer to master. The pool industry is no different than any other business in the world in this respect. The more dedicated you are to expanding your knowledge of the industry, usually the more successful you are. The more you learn, the more you earn. Do I need employees to service pools? Employees are not necessary to your success. You can make a very nice living as an owner-operator, servicing and providing minor maintenance for your customers. I've had customers earn well over $200,000 per year working by themselves. However, when you grow to a point where it is no longer possible for you to service the number of pools acquired, selling some of your accounts or hiring an employee would be two of your options. When the time comes to make that decision, we are more than happy to provide you with the appropriate information so you can determine whether selling some of your accounts or hiring an employee would be the best course of action. How long before I make a profit? Almost everyone enjoys nearly immediate profits. There should be no downtime before profits are experienced. There is the usual service and billing time to contend with before money begins to flow, but this period usually falls between a couple of weeks and a month depending on the date of the transfer and the billing date. Since we have developed a program over the years where the buyer receives the income during the training, positive cash flow comes much faster for the new owner. Is the pool service and repair industry recession-proof? I've been through the Gerald Ford downturn and what many call the Jimmy Carter recession, and every recession since. Recessions, to my knowledge, do not injure the competent pool service professional. The individuals who provide a less than desirable service are usually the ones who are injured in an economic downturn. Our successful clients experience little or no negative consequences during a recession. Many of our clients call during a recession to sell a group of customers because they are growing too quickly, while some less than efficient pool service technicians call to purchase accounts because they are losing customers. You might believe this happens because they are in different areas, but this is not the case. I've had two service technicians from the same area call within days of each other, and while one wanted to sell a group of accounts because of excessive growth, the other wanted to buy because he was losing customers. This has always been the case. This leads me to believe customers will be more forgiving when the economy is good and less so when the economy is in a downturn. The lesson here is, regardless of the state of the economy, have pride in your service. When the economy is off kilter, it should pay big dividends. What is the difference between commercial and residential customers? There are more similarities between commercial and residential accounts than there are differences. The main difference between the two is more related to the quality of service expected by the customer. If you provide a less than stellar service, the residential customer will give you more leeway than the commercial account. However, you shouldn't need leeway. You should always provide a quality service. If providing a quality service is in your business model, you should experience little or no difference between a commercial and residential account. There may be a little more training necessary for a particular commercial customer, but whatever the nature of your accounts, the individual selling will provide the necessary training. Furthermore, with national pool route sales also behind you, there is another support tier. What licenses or certifications do I need to service pools? The licenses required will vary depending on county and state. Some right-to-work states require little or nothing in the way of licenses, while other states require a certified pool operator license or similar designation to service commercial pools, not residential pools, just commercial pools. Some counties or states require a health technician's permit to service commercial pools, and in some counties or states, a contractor's license may be required. A certified pool operator's license, which is not usually required in most states, can be obtained by taking a 2-day course and completing an open book test. A health technician's license, which is rarely required in most states, can be obtained by completing a short course and then taking a written test. A contractor's license has different qualifications for different counties and states. Some states allow the pool service technician to provide a repair service without a contractor's license, and some states have a dollar threshold a technician must reach before a license is required. Most repairs in our industry performed by a pool service technician will fall below this dollar threshold. If you have questions regarding licensing or certification, please contact our office or your local county or state official. There are also ways an individual selling his accounts can help with the necessary licensing. In the majority of states, however, very little or nothing is required in the way of licensing or certification for servicing swimming pools. What type of insurance do I need to operate a pool service company? Liability insurance is not required by most pool service customers, but it is something you should definitely purchase. Liability insurance is very inexpensive in our industry. Depending on your source, premiums can run as little as $75 per month for a $1 million policy. You can purchase your insurance needs through your local pool association or privately. On another note, if you have employees, you should purchase your workers' compensation insurance. While operating without liability insurance can damage you if it is ever needed, operating without workers' compensation could make you financially and criminally liable to the state. How many accounts can I service in a day? The average number of pools serviced per day continues to rise due to innovations in our industry. The current number is around 20 per day for full-service customers, depending on your area. However, we have clients who service between 20 and 70 per day, depending on the type of service and the quality and extent of equipment upgrades. This is covered quite extensively in the Millionaire Poolman Management Guide. There are 3 basic types of service in our industry: chemical service, special service, and full service. Each level, as you go from chemical service to full service, will require more of your time, and therefore, you will service fewer pools in a day. Who provides training when a route is purchased? The individual selling or transferring accounts will train in the manner he or she has run his or her business. It is important to learn the way the current owner operates so you can continue in this vein until the necessary changes can be made through the Millionaire Poolman program. There will always be changes necessary to every route purchased. This is done to improve profits and service time. The Millionaire Poolman program is a business improvement program that runs in perpetuity. You should forever be focused on improving revenues and the time it takes to service customers. This is necessary to ensure that you enjoy the best profit available and to be certain your employees enjoy the best wages you can afford. Better wages for your employees keep your employees happy, and therefore, they keep your customers happy. A happy customer is a good paying customer. This is good for your bottom line. The Millionaire Poolman program is important to the overall success of your company. The level of success you enjoy will be directly related to the program you implement. Do I need experience to purchase pool accounts? No experience is required or necessary in order to purchase a pool service company. Servicing a pool is easier than mowing a lawn, and it is much cleaner. The individual selling or transferring accounts will train, and with our Millionaire Poolman program, you should have all the tools necessary for success. You just need to make the leap. Some individuals lack confidence and find it difficult to make changes in their lives. We have seen this time and time again. It is sad for the individual and his or her family to be trapped in a job going nowhere when a life-changing opportunity is just around the corner. Working for someone else is not the same as it was 30, 40, or 50 years ago. The security our parents and grandparents enjoyed has passed with them. It has never been more important to reach for the brass ring. Someday that brass ring may also be gone. Can I start from scratch? Starting from scratch is not a good idea, at least not without some professional assistance. It was calculated many years ago that it would take at least 3 to 5 times as much capital to build a group of customers as it would to purchase. And it is a very slow process. When you consider the lost income you would have received from a purchase, the marketing capital used to build the accounts, and the quality of accounts acquired, you'll more than likely find yourself with a group of expensive accounts that have very limited desirability. This is usually the result after spending a large amount of money and losing a great deal of time. Make the purchase and then use your abilities and funds to build a larger company. It makes more sense. Since much of your growth will come from your customer base, if you start with little or no customer base, growing could be quite difficult and expensive. Can I borrow the money to purchase a route? If you have good credit, there's a possibility you can borrow the funds to purchase, depending on the size of the route. We have been successful in helping our clients obtain financing and would be happy to discuss this issue with each individual personally. You can contact any of our pool route specialists if you have any question on this or any subject related to our industry. Why do individuals sell if the business is so profitable? The main reason individuals sell is because they grow too quickly. Instead of turning customers away and losing the accounts, they usually package a group of their more seasoned customers and sell the accounts to make room for new customers. This is good for the seller and for the individual seeking entry into our industry. Of course, there are also more typical reasons for selling: retiring, loss of an employee, poor health, moving, or just downsizing. But while these additional reasons for selling do exist, the most prevalent reason is because they just have too much business. Some of you might ask, why don't they just hire an employee? The truth is, not everyone is competent to run a business with employees. While operating the business yourself is very easy, when you add employees to the mixture, it's another ballgame. Most individuals get into the pool industry for the profits and the personal freedom and ease of operation. Employees may add more profit to your bottom line, but they also make running your business more complicated. What does a route or accounts cost? The cost of a route depends on the monthly service amount of the customers in aggregate. There is a multiple used, and this multiple can and does change from state to state and area to area. Currently, the multiple is between 12 times and 14 times the monthly service amount of the customers being sold. If you are paying these multiples without the assistance and products of National Pool Route Sales, you are paying too much. If you are paying more than 12 to 14 times, you need to speak with us before you complete your purchase. Are there terms when purchasing accounts? There are usually no terms associated with the sale and purchase of accounts. You must remember the accounts are usually selling for less than the stated profit for owner-operated routes. Sellers are generally opposed to taking a down payment for their accounts and then carrying paper when they're receiving much less than what they are netting in 1 year. Even on larger routes, however, sellers are not known for carrying paper. Really, you can't blame them. When most businesses sell between 2.5 and 5 times their net profit, a pool company selling for less than 1 year's profit could keep their pools and earn more in 1 year than the sales price, while still maintaining possession of the asset. What are the startup costs for a new pool service company? Startup costs are usually between $500 and $1,500 for equipment and supplies, depending on the extent of the supplies and individual equipment preference. A few $100s worth of equipment, some supplies, a pickup truck, and the accounts, and in most cases you're ready to go. Why National Pool Route Sales? How does National Pool Route Sales help in the transaction? To experience the full potential of success offered in our industry, you will always need a mentor. National Pool Route Sales is a #1 mentor to individuals in the pool service and repair industry. To our clients, we provide escrow services, ongoing free consulting, the Millionaire Poolman Management Guide, Marketing Guide, video series, 10 Promises, the top industry billing software, and much more. All of these aids assist you in building a larger, more stable, and more profitable pool service and repair business. Plus, it's always nice to have a sounding board for new ideas. Our aftermarket care is not equaled and certainly not surpassed by anyone in our industry. It is important to understand, regardless of your business experience, You will not know the routines and customs of our industry. There is a learning curve for everyone, regardless of experience. We like to say, the profit is in the details. What exactly is the Millionaire Poolman Program? The Millionaire Poolman Program is a set of books, videos, seminars, newsletters, ongoing support and consulting, etc., dedicated to promoting learning and success for our clients. I wrote the books and developed the program to help our clients excel beyond the average pool service professional. You can visit our testimonial page to see some of our successes. Why is a book on relationships in the Millionaire Poolman Program? It is important to understand to have a successful company, if you are married, you must have a stable relationship and family. I've seen numerous individuals over the years neglect their family, intentional or unintentional, it doesn't matter. They pay the price. That price is usually divorce. They end up either losing their business or selling it off to the highest bidder to satisfy a court order. No one wins in a divorce. If I can help one individual save his or her marriage through 10 promises, it was more than worth the effort I gave in writing the book. We want to help individuals become and stay successful in their business and personal lives. Divorce usually destroys all possibility of that success. It doesn't matter if you are or are not in business. 10 promises will help you focus on your relationship. Are trucks and equipment included in the purchase price? Trucks and equipment are almost never included in the purchase price. This is not to say it does not happen, but is definitely not the standard, nor should it be. The problem with trucks is each truck has a different value. There would be no opportunity to set a standard value for the accounts if trucks were included. One route of 50 pools would sell for, let's say, $40,000 with an old truck, and another 50 pools would sell for, let's say, $60,000 with a new vehicle. There would be no price consistency. It is much simpler to just purchase the accounts and then find your own truck of choice. This way, you can be certain you're not overpaying for the accounts. You make your own deal on the truck. Since equipment has very little value and even less when used, it makes more sense to start with a new set. Furthermore, there are different hoses, poles, brushes, nets, test kits. You may not be happy with the seller's choices. This is usually the case. However, once you understand your equipment preferences, you can make the appropriate purchase and not try to make something work that creates discomfort or frustration. A happy guy is usually a likable guy. This is a plus for your business. Would I be buying a route or a business? When purchasing a route in our industry and many similar industries, such as gardening, window cleaning, and janitorial, you're only purchasing accounts. The purchase price is based on the gross monthly income of each account, as we discussed earlier. There is almost never a company name, phone number, or website being transferred when purchasing accounts. The individual selling is usually selling only a portion of his business, and therefore he or she retains all company assets, excluding the ones being purchased. Furthermore, your reputation will be built almost immediately based upon your service quality. A good serviceman is difficult to find. If you start off providing a quality service, the word of your service abilities will get around very quickly. However, the same rule applies for bad service. It just gets around a little faster. This is one of the reasons we are never, and I stress never, high on our clients purchasing a company name. There are exceptions, and these can be discussed with our pool route specialists. What is the best time of year to purchase? There is no time better to purchase than another. It is a personal preference. Of course, the availability of customers for sale in your area will have a bearing on your entry schedule. What is the best size route to purchase? The best size route to purchase would be based on your aspirations. If you ultimately want to build a large pool service and repair company, you want to start with the largest number of accounts available or the largest number of accounts your funds will allow. If you are interested in a route to service yourself, the number would be based upon the amount of profit you wish to experience. However, starting off with a handful of customers, just to get your feet wet, so to speak, is never advisable. Very few individuals are successful when starting off with a one-day route. They just cannot stay motivated working one day a week. Furthermore, The profit realized from one day's work is never enough to get someone motivated to excel. If you're servicing the pools yourself, start with a reasonable number. You can start with somewhere between 50 and 80 accounts. If starting larger, the number of accounts purchased makes little difference. The learning curve is the same for 1,000 accounts as it is for 200. Neither is difficult to learn or manage with the right training and support. How do I get started? The best way to get started is to visit the routes available on our website and then contact our office for more information. Okay, no problem. How do I get started? The best way to get started is to visit the routes available on our website and then contact our office for more information. Our pool route specialists will be happy to get you moving in the right direction. However, just to give you a basic understanding of the process, you will find a route of interest on our website, sign a confidentiality agreement, provide proof of funds, or discuss financing options. Speak with the seller via telephone, one-on-one, meet with the seller, and then review the account records. At that time, if you decide to purchase, our escrow department will prepare the necessary transfer documents for your approval. The process will then follow your escrow instructions. How do I perform my due diligence? During your due diligence, you will have the opportunity to review the list of customers being transferred. The list should consist of customer names, addresses, and billing amounts. It should contain all contact info for the accounts. You should also review customer histories. Each customer should have a current history. The current customer history is important. If someone had a good payment record 2 years ago and a very poor current payment record, this would not be a very desirable customer. Current payment histories are always important to determine the viability of an account. No records above and beyond the list of accounts and payment histories are usually available in a pool route transfer. Many individuals ask for tax returns and they are supplied where available and appropriate. However, in 99.9% of transfers, list and payment histories are the available records. This is typical in our industry, as with many other service industries. There are many reasons behind this. First, most pool route sales consist of only a portion of the seller's business, and the tax returns would not give the information requested for the accounts being purchased. Most individual selling accounts are only selling a portion of their business. Secondly, a seller could show you a tax return for 100 accounts, but he's only selling 50. He may have sold the other 50 earlier. You would never know the difference. The only true way to determine the viability of an account is to review the customer payment history. This has been the process for the nearly 40 years I've been in this industry. There are other reasons, and these can be discussed if you are interested in speaking with one of our pool route specialists. Who provides the necessary transfer documents? The escrow or transfer documents, depending on your definition, are prepared by our escrow department in National Pool Route Sales. With nearly 40 years of experience and having escrowed more than 7,000 pool and spa routes, the escrow documents are prepared by our office and then emailed for buyer and seller approval. Once I purchase a route, can I build a larger company? Yes. Growth in our industry is a product of several functions: excellent customer service, a successful marketing plan, and the knowledge to know when an account is good and when an account is not worth servicing. Just acquiring accounts should not be your goal. Acquiring good, profitable customers should be the objective. Good customers help make a good marketing plan pay for itself. How would I market for new customers? Your marketing plan should be one with several tentacles. However, you cannot have a good marketing plan without a good informational website. The Millionaire Poolman Marketing Guide will help you determine the best course of action for your business goals, and it will get your industry-specific marketing plan ready for implementation. Our website designer will also help with your website choices. If you do not have a website, you could lose at least 50% of your marketing effectiveness. That means it could cost you more than twice as many marketing dollars to acquire the same number of customers you could acquire for half the amount with a website. Don't get left behind. Technology is even important in the pool service industry. What states are serviced by National Pour-Out Sales? National Pour-Out Sales operates in most areas of the country. We are licensed in multiple states. Please check our website for more details concerning the individual states in which we operate. How am I protected if I purchase a route? When purchasing a group of pool service customers or a route, you must be certain to obtain from the seller a guarantee for the transfer of the accounts. If a customer does not transfer during the guarantee period, usually 90 days, the seller must replace the account with an account of equal value or refund the amount paid for that account. A portion of the funds, usually 10%, are held in escrow to help with this guarantee. The seller should also sign a covenant not to compete on the accounts being purchased for a specific period, usually 3 to 5 years. The seller should also agree to train on pool servicing as part of the purchase price. These are the very basic elements of our escrow and transfer documents. It is important to have the proper documents when purchasing pool service customers or a route. If it is not in writing, you cannot be certain you will receive what was promised. This is one of the ways to truly protect yourself. Be certain everything is in writing. Well, we've reached the end of our question and answer period. I hope the information has been informative. You are always more than welcome to contact one of our office for more information should you be interested in pursuing a career in our industry, or if you just have more questions. I believe the pool service industry is one of the last great industries where individuals with limited funds can enter and do great things. If you're not fortunate enough to have unlimited funds, this is a great industry where you can find personal and financial freedom. It offers unlimited growth and profits. It offers personal security. It can offer most a new life. If you decide you're interested in joining our industry, in search of that new life, we would like to be the company that helps you realize your dreams. Again, I'm Charles Baird, President and CEO of National Pour-Out Sales, wishing you a prosperous future.